Oh, and let's make sure that we're recording. Come on. There it is.
Now recording.
Oh, that's going to be fun to try to align, because that was a solid, 5 or 6 seconds, and it's never that easy to align. Also, we're not muted this time, so that's also good. We are a little late this week, but we're here. So, without further ado, welcome, fellow adventurers, nerds, and neurodivergents. Sit back, stay hydrated, and prepare yourselves for tonight's chaos. After encountering a major storm, losing an island, and squabbling, these seafarers came across some good weather and peaceful rests. They conversed, ate, and made merriment, until a floating object came across the side of the ship on their second-to-last day of travel. Everyone kept an eye, but Poppy was particularly not happy. Yenor, failing to control the animalistic instincts of her otherwise docile pet beast, was unable to control her, and Poppy dove at the object. There was a large roaring, and a large beast clung to the side of the ship. Combat ensued, and Poppy went down. Kraka almost joined her. After a few rounds, they took down the beast and cleared the ship, recovered their allies, and encountered another restful rest of the day and night. Now that they awaken, they are on what should be their final day of travel. So, we pass it to the group of you. As you wake up on this peaceful, if not a little chilly of a morning, what are we doing?
I mean, I would get up and do captain things since I gotta make sure we're good these things.
Okay.
I'm gonna get up and start looking for something to eat.
Yeah, can I swing by the kitchen too real quick, grab something and then take it up to?
Is what Kim like warbly and mumbly to everybody else? Because I can barely hear him.
Yeah, Joaquin,
Yeah,
you're
a
a
little
little
bit.
mumbly. I can make it out, but it's a little wobbly.
As as everybody wanders their way down to the kitchen area, you guys will find me. I'm already cooking breakfast for y'all.
And what a breakfast it is. You're able to use the leftovers that were from yesterday's as inspiration for today's breakfast. It's more of a throw everything into an omelet type of breakfast, though, and less of a extravagant spread.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, that's much better.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you guys all go wake up, eventually making your ways downstairs. There's a nice spread of different omelets available.
I grab an omelet real quick. Say my good mornings. Hope y'all slept well. And then I'm just gonna get back upstairs. Hopefully we can get into port today.
If everybody's downstairs at once, Lala will sneak out while there's nobody on deck.
Sneak out to... Okay. Oh, yeah, sneak out from your hiding spot. Yeah, okay. Are you going downstairs to eat?
Yeah, once everybody's down
Yeah.
there, so it's
You
able to
can
just walk
obviously
around.
hear them going down and everything. So, yeah, I'd say you've been able to do it thus far. You can do it again.
So yeah, she'll go down to eat.
Yenor, are you joining them or are you staying with Poppy?
I'm joining them. Poppy is going to get her own food.
You guys all hear happy squawks as Poppy launches off the deck, having permission this time to dive into the ocean, and presumably is probably catching her own food. Who wants to call heads or tails?
Tails.
That's heads. That's unfortunate for everybody.
Fuck.
We are all down here eating. Poppy is over here in the ocean somewhere, probably further out from the boat, so she's not in the wake. Joaquin, you would sense a disturbance in the magics around you all.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Detect magic.
Well, I mean, you don't have to, but you can. As you detect magic, this thing appears
What the fuck?
next to you. This large, humanoid-like creature. It's got these elongated fingers with sharp claws at the end. It's got some wings on the back of it. It's got pointed, if not curly, ears. Its teeth are sharp. It's got a long tongue, and its eyes are like slits.
So I would, seeing this, does it look hostile?
That screeches at you. Everyone has to roll initiative.
Oh, shit. Okay, no problem.
It looks
Uh,
horrifying.
It does look pretty horrifying. Where the hell did this thing come from? Did I sense that it just kind of appeared out of nowhere, like it poured it in, or
Because
can I
you
make
cast
an
detect
Arcana?
magic immediately, yes, it
Yeah.
appeared from nowhere.
Okay, weird, but we'll deal with it.
Because you detected magic, you sense another one's presence as well.
Shit.
Above you. On the deck.
There's another one. I tell that to the rest of the group.
It should
Let's deal
also
with one at a time.
technically be...
Perhaps we can bottleneck them.
And then... oh god. Kraka, you're... I don't know what you're doing, but it's very loud.
Trying to pull boots out of mud.
Alright. Well... At the top of the round is Kraka. So once he gets his mic fixed. Nah, it's still wonky. Probably mark these with that. It could be Discord. Tried leaving and yeah, there you go.
How about now?
That's good. It was Discord.
Yeah, it's like when we were the other day.
Yeah. It is your turn. Top of the round. You have a plate of food in your hands. I mean, you're dressed and your weapons are at your side, but you guys were in the middle of breakfast.
Um,
And you heard Joaquin say that there's one on the main deck.
I thought I was a Barbara. All right, well, I guess the only thing I really can do is just dart right towards this hissing, flying, fairy-looking thing and strike it.
What are you hitting it with?
Good question. I'll just strike it with my light hammer.
Your light hammer?
Yeah, I gotta keep remembering what weapons I have. I just want to keep hitting it with my fist, but I forget I have weapons.
You have two light hammers.
The
Plus
two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attacks.
17.
17 hits. Why is that green? Did that show up for green for everyone? It did. That's weird. 11 points of damage. Okay.
I don't know. And as a bonus action, I'm going to follow up with a claw attack. Well, yeah, I can use my claws as an unarmed to strike, correct?
Yes.
We talked about this last time?
We did determine that, yes.
Yeah, I'm not going to use flurry of blows. I'm just going to hit him with it because I have two weapons fighting. Yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So you could just hit him with the claw attack. That's fine.
15.
Just barely hits. AC is 15.
Oh, and that light hammer would have been a sneak attack, by the way.
Oh yeah, because you went first. So go ahead and add your sneak attack damage. Another 7 points.
Where's that at? Where do I find it at? Yeah, where do I find that at?
Scroll it down. Yeah, if you under all actions and scroll all the way towards the bottom, it should be there. Yeah.
Apologies. Sneak attack gets to be added when what?
Well, seeing that I'm a swashbuckler, if you have advantage on the attack, then you can have sneak attack. Or if there's another opponent within 5 feet of him.
My concern is that none of us are technically within 5 feet, are we? Like,
right.
I think I'm just outside of 5 feet.
But he also has Rakish Audacity, which adds an additional way to add his sneak attack. He doesn't need advantage on the attack roll. And he can use a sneak attack creature if he is within 5 feet of it, and no other creature are within 5 feet of him, and he doesn't have a disadvantage.
The swashbuckler.
It's a swashbuckler specific trait.
Yeah, so a swashbuckler can basically sneak attack anytime.
Yes,
That's really cool.
Once per turn he can sneak attack as long as all those criteria are met, and currently they are because no one else is within 5 feet of Kraka.
Yep.
But then if there is somebody else within 5 feet, wouldn't the regular sneak attack rules apply
5 feet of you, not 5 feet of the other creature.
But isn't it 5 feet of...
If another creature is within... You also gain another way to use your sneak attack. You don't need advantage on the attack roll to use your sneak attack against a creature if you are within 5 feet of it and no other creatures are within 5 feet of you.
And that's with the audacity.
Correct.
Okay.
So that means if someone's standing next to you, you can't use it.
Okay. Thank you.
But you do get it on that attack because Joaquim's just outside of that 5 foot range with you. That is the end of your turn, Kraka. It is now these things' turns. This top one is gonna just go... Boop. Oh, that didn't actually do anything. Boop. Did that do something?
Nope.
No. How about this? Boop. That did something.
That did something. Disappeared.
Yeah. Now you don't know where it is.
Mm-hmm.
The other one's gonna go. It's not gonna do anything else. It's just, I mean, I'll have that one hold an action, just in case. But I doubt anything can come of it. This one, the one that you were attacking, Kraka. It's gonna strike you back. Oh, that's a 24.
me?
Yes, to hit you.
Yeah, because I'm at 19. So yeah.
Ooh. 17 points of slashing damage.
Ouch.
Plus 7 points of force damage.
I'm down.
Oh!
Whoa!
Let's see. And a 1d4, what happens? So it did. You also lose wealth equal to 240 gold.
Is my
Hey,
health
Rob,
even
you-
right?
What the
At,
fuck?
No, your
Wait,
health.
is my health-
You should have been at full health.
right, but is my full health 23?
I don't know. Did you roll your hit dice?
I think I did. I'm gonna go back and double check.
I'll say it's pretty low for everybody.
No, I didn't. So hold on. Let me
Go ahead and roll
go
that
ahead,
real
continue.
quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check your. Yeah, you lose 240 gold worth of wealth. Raka.
230, you said?
204. I just took it off. 240.
Okay.
And then I'll wait till you, because if you're not down, it'll do something. If you are down, it'll do something. Both those are different. Luckily, your hit dice are all the same. You roll 48 because you get 8 on the first one. So we'll take the 17, we'll subtract the 2 from that. 17 plus 8 is 25.
Plus 23.
Yeah, so in your character sheet, just for rolled HP, put 25. If you go back to,
Okay.
I can do it because I'm looking at it.
Yep.
But yeah, just put 25, and then it'll add the 20 for your Constitution. And that should put you, yep. So you were at, there we go. It did your HP for you. So you're at 22 hit points.
Okay. Well, hold on. Because there was you roll a D4 after that. Oh, wait.
The D4
17.
was to see an effect. So it was
Oh, I was
24,
at-
24 damage. And you would have been at
All
full
right.
health because you're coming off of a long rest.
So I would actually be at 21. Wait, no.
45
Yeah.
minus 24, 21.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, everyone, you're coming off of a long rest. So if you are not at full anything, go into your sheet real quick before we get to your turn and do long rest. You did sleep for 2 nights technically before this. It is going to, because it has what? It did, so it has 240 gold on it right now. Let's see. Okay. So, quick maths. Quick maths. Because for some reason, it's not coming to me right now. Okay. It uses another action to, you see, you guys watch as the gold, he swipes at Kraka, and then you see gold just, it's in its hand as he swipes. And he looks down at his hand, and he just kind of eats the gold. And some of the injuries Kraka just inflicted on him heal.
Son of a bitch.
On it, I should say. Not sure if it's a him or a her. It's an it, definitely. And then it's going to strike again. That's a 15, though.
That's a miss.
So that misses. So your second strike, you're anticipating Kraka, and you just kind of weave out of the way. Joaquim, it's your turn.
So I will move. All right. So as Joaquin moves, I'm going to bonus action, uh, toss the animated shield on my back into the air, and I'll do like a little whistle, and it'll kind of hover around me.
Okay, so you got
And
the
then I
animated
will.
shield active.
Yep. And then I will. All right. So now, as I recall, based on what we discussed before, if you have the Hex Warrior and the Pact of the Blade, you would be able to create a two-handed weapon as your pact weapon.
Yes,
I
you'd be
think
able to.
that's what we
Yes,
determined.
we determined that you'd be able to create a two-handed weapon as your packed weapon with those as your warlock traits. And it would be a
Okay.
weapon made of Eldritch Shadow because it's basically the Eldritch energies that are granting you this strength.
Yep. So as he tosses the shield in the air in one hand, you then see it start floating around him, and then he moves into flanking position with Kraka, and he claps his hands together. And then as he separates them, in between his hands, you see eldritch, shadowy energy kind of coalesce into a great sword that he kind of cocks and gets ready to and takes a battle stance.
All right.
And that is all I can do. So that will end my turn.
Okay, so you're just preparing yourself.
Yep. Now, just FYI, any attacks against him are at disadvantage because of the cloak.
Because of your cloak of displacement. Yep, until you're hit.
Yes. Until I am hit, correct.
So what I did is I added a great sword to your inventory, and it is currently on your action sheet. We just have to, one of us has to remember to remove it once it disappears.
Gotcha.
Until you have an actual packed weapon that you bind to yourself.
Yep.
All right. Ynor. It is you and your hippogriff's turn, but Poppy is currently just eating.
Is she close enough that I could scream and she could hear?
So I'd say she's...
If I screamed, someone 50 feet away could definitely hear it. Okay, so I'm gonna scream for her to get to the boat to help. Okay. What is her fly speed? 60 feet. So she could get here in time, right? Okay. I forgot about that.
You already screamed.
Yeah. Okay. So she would just be on the deck now? Okay. That's right, she goes after me. Smack.
Where are you moving to?
Right here. Okay. 8 plus the 1d6. So 10. It's flashing, and then the 1d6 is radiant. And then I want to throw on level 1 smite. Which one is that? 2d8. Nine.
Why is that blue? Weird things.
Um,
How hurt does it look? tickled it. Okay. I'm gonna smack it again. Dirty 20.
GM, your voice got dirty. Got low. I can't hear you.
Can you hear now?
Yes.
Okay.
Does a dirty 20 hit?
A dirty 20 does hit.
And then I'm gonna throw a level 2 smite.
Believe that's 3d8.
Let me double check. Yeah.
What's with the colors?
I don't know.
Is it because I rolled the lowest and then the blue is because I rolled the 8, which was the highest?
Maybe.
Yeah, but the 10's red too.
Because there's a 1 in there.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know, I'm using the
But-
Spelljammer's dice. Would that do anything?
but on the on her custom roll, the blue one, there was a 1 in there.
That is true.
I don't know,
But there's
whatever.
also an 8. I don't know.
Well, red and green make blue, so.
Is it that smart? All right. We go to Hoppy's turn. Poppy's turn. I combine the Hippogriff and Poppy, and it becomes Hoppy. Foot fly speed. So she hears you and squawks and kind of comes back. She lands on the deck. She sniffs around. She could probably get to like there. That's it. Lala. It is your turn.
Quiet, peasant, and finish the dishes. Alright. Ahem. Lala is going to throw her psychic blade.
Ooh. That rolled twice. That's interesting.
A 20.
Okay. A 20 hits. And this is psychic damage, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Well, that didn't go correctly. What?
Should just be the 1d6 plus
It's
4.
1d6 plus 4, yeah. But there we go. So that's 8.
Alright. Now it's starting to look a little hurt. Is there anything else that you're doing?
Yeah.
What
I'm
else
going
are
to bonus action hide. I think that this is a barrel or a hole. What is this thing?
There are cargoes tied down and whatnot, so I would say get there, roll a stealth check. Because you are also a little person.
Yes, come here, baby. Stop smacking me. Is it working? There it is.
It can't.
Oh.
We're just waiting for it to come through.
That's a natural one. I'm sorry.
That is a natural one. That means I get an inspiration.
True, I have those. Let's do that.
Okay, then you can inspiration that and re-roll.
Thank you. I forgot those existed. The 15.
15 for stealth? Okay. We will keep that in mind. You are hidden for the time.
Okay. That's it.
Deedle, it is your turn.
Alright.
Real quick, I have one quick question.
Yes.
For her stealth check, in order to see her, I would need to have a passive perception that meets that.
Meets or beats.
Okay, so then technically I can see what she's doing because my passive perception is 15.
You could see what she was doing beforehand because she was standing up.
Okay.
So you would have watched her hide. Yeah.
Okay. No problem.
She's not trying to hide from you.
I just know she's generally sneaky, so if she's trying to be sneaky, I just want to keep an eye out for it.
Okay. Go ahead, Deedle.
Alright, I'm gonna take out my longbow
Okay.
and take a couple shots.
Go ahead and you get one shot
Wow. Oh.
because you don't have two attacks yet.
Oh, that's right.
That should be coming up for those of you who are single classing it. No, a 12 does not hit.
All I can really do right now.
Are you gonna move or are you gonna stay there?
Yeah, I'm gonna move. There we go. Right there. I'm done.
Kraka, we're back up to the top of the round with you.
I'm kind of pissed that it just stole and ate my gold.
Didn't eat all of it, only some of it.
I don't care if it was one piece. So I'm just gonna swing my hammer at it again and follow up with a flurry of blows.
Oh, you're gonna
And
do
that is a 19.
that hits, and you're gonna go right into a flurry of blows. Go ahead and roll damage on that. That is 8. Okay, all right.
15.
15 on the claws, just barely hits.
And 8.
Another 8 points of damage, and then your second hit for flurry of blows. Ooh, that one misses.
I can't see my dice is on top of it.
14.
All right, and then yeah, it's not gonna steal any more of my gold, so I'm gonna run back here and like get behind these barrels.
You have advantage on all those strikes.
Oh, I do. Well,
Yes.
before I move, I will put my guy back here.
So
And,
just in case you get a natural 20, re-roll each of them.
Okay. There's that one.
The light hammer. Nah, it still hits.
Nope.
But not natural 20. You do get sneak attack because sneak attack refreshes, so you get sneak attack on the first hit.
Gotta go under all, not actions. Sneak attack.
I believe you could also go under special. And then re-roll each of the claws to see if one of them.
Oh, other. Okay.
Yeah, other or special. Yeah.
Alright, here's the first claw.
First claw, see if it's just a natural 20, or yeah, no, that's not a nat 20.
It's a 15.
The
Here's
second one might hit.
18.
Your second one does hit.
7.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna turn around and run behind these
As you go to
Well,
run, it gets an attack of opportunity.
No, it doesn't. My fancy footwork of my
That's
swashbuckler
right.
cancels that out.
Swashbuckler can't be hit with an attack of opportunity.
At as long as I attack it.
Yeah. As long as you attack it, you can't be hit with an attack of opportunity. So you can't get attacked when you leave. So you all see Kraka just whip out his hammer, just smacks the thing, and then 2 claw strikes just across the just the thing's shrieking now. It's bleeding. It doesn't look pleasant. The blood is this weird, viscous, dark, purplish, black blood.
Yeah, it was more like I hit him with the hammer and a claw attack, and then I spun around with like a roundhouse and hit him with the foot. And when my foot hit him, I pushed off of him and darted backwards behind the barrels.
All right.
I didn't know you were a Ninja Turtle.
That's basically how he built his character. Now we go to the Fey creature's turns. The invisible one's going to stay where it is. And wherever it is, it doesn't do anything. According to that rule. Joaquin, be happy that it didn't do anything. You'll find out where it is. Let's see. What would this one do? I can't decide. I roll a D100. So it is going to this. Yenor and Joaquim, specifically. The thing disappears in front of your eyes.
As in, it just poofs away.
You can still feel its presence. But it has disappeared from physical sight.
Okay.
And it's gonna do some omnoms. Joaquim, it's your turn. It's still down here. You know it's not in front of you anymore, but you can still feel its presence. It's down here somewhere.
Yep. Can't do much.
You have so much magic.
I'm sorry?
You have so much magic.
Nothing that helps me see an invisible creature.
Oof.
So that'll be something I have to address in the future. Yeah, it's an action. Can I use my action to cast Detect Magic?
Searching for where it is, because Detect Magic does tell you the location.
Yeah, and it would actually, I would be able to, if I sense magic in this way, I can use my action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic.
Correct. So you won't see the faint orb around it currently, but you would discern its location.
Okay, let's do that.
So you use detect magic. Detect magic is what, 30 feet?
Yep.
We have to do some checking here. It is within that range. It is right in front of the stairs here.
All right. I saw where Lala went to hide, so I'm gonna say that Lala. It is what? It is right on the other side of what you're hiding from. And I'm gonna say that so that everybody can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And I already used my action, so I can't really do anything else.
You can technically cast a cantrip because you didn't cast a damaging spell.
Ooh. Okay. In that case, thank you for
bonus
that.
action cantrip based on our rules. Even though you cast a spell, it didn't do damage, so you can cast a cantrip as bonus action.
All right. In that case, I will.
And you still have movement.
I'll focus. Yeah, I do still have movement. So let's move first. The ruler. So as I move, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna move right here, and I'm gonna say it's right in front of me, and I'm gonna point here.
No, it was in front of the stairs. So
I'm sorry.
you go. It's in front of the stairs. So it's right in front of you, right where I just put you. Yeah, it's right in front of you now. Yep.
Okay. So
you go to run and then you run into something.
Yeah, and then as soon as I do that, I'm gonna swing my sword and I'm going to cast Booming Blade.
Okay. So Booming Blade, you make an attack roll.
Yep. So.
Why is it at disadvantage?
We'll
Oh, because he's invisible.
Because I can't see him.
Because you can't technically see him. Yeah. Even though you know where he is, you can't see him.
Yep. It doesn't negate it, unfortunately. Oh, I'm going to use a hero point.
Okay, go ahead.
So let me subtract 1, and then that's a D6. Nice. I think that hits.
That does hit because that's a 17.
Whew.
So you do your weapon attack damage, and then it won't take damage unless it moves.
Correct. So slashing. 13.
Does your packed weapon count as magical?
I would believe so, yeah, because it's a magical weapon. I mean, let me check.
I think it does.
Feature.
I think pack weapons count as magical because you're imbuing them.
Pack magic.
Pack as actually form. Yep, and it counts as magical.
Yep,
that's all I needed.
Magic. Okay. And I can't do anything else. That's action, bonus action, movement. All the buttons.
But there is blood sprayed now there, so you know you definitely hit it, and you could hear it screech as well.
Nice.
Let me double check it. Okay, so that does not end its invisibility. Yenor.
Rats.
It is your turn.
So watching that, I would know where it's at right now.
Yes.
I smack.
Where are you moving to?
Like, I just scooched over a little bit.
You have to be there.
Okay.
It's in front of Joaquin, not behind.
I can't tell which way he's facing.
He did the pinpoint.
Well, I know it's right there in front of him, but if I'm just over here, wouldn't I be on the other side of him? Oh well.
Right there, where the blue thing was. A 26 hits.
I'm gonna do a level 2 smite on that as well.
Apologies. If she's not flanking with me, that would be at disadvantage because she still can't see it.
That's true. You're not flanking, so re-roll the attack roll.
Unless you want to
It's a
move to
24.
flank.
It's a 24. It still hits.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Where would I move to flank?
Right on the map, right there.
Okay, so it's right there.
You still hit either way.
Okay, well, I'm flanking now.
Your damage didn't come through. Try re-rolling it.
Yeah. And then that. So 6 plus 5 plus 3d8. I am
Ooh.
rolling really bad.
That's 16 points of damage.
I smack again.
That hits. Your last one hits, so that one hits. Okay.
And a level 1 smite, 'cause that's all I've got left. Oh my god.
Also hits.
How hurt does it look?
It's invisible.
How much
Yeah.
blood is on the floor?
A lot.
A lot, okay. Would I know anything about this or no?
Your sole focus for the past few months has been criminal activity. You don't know much about Fey creatures.
But I know it's Fey.
You could deduce by the way it appeared that it's a Fey creature.
Okay.
Joaquim also could deduce that from the magic that he sensed.
Right. So that's really all I can do.
Okay.
How close am I to Kraka?
10-foot diagonal.
Okay.
Because it's on a diagonal.
Yeah.
Like, if he was reaching an arm out, you could touch his arm.
Okay. And would Poppy still be trying to come down to me or no?
It's up to you if you don't give her another command.
I'm gonna scream for her to hurry up.
Okay.
And that's it.
It is Poppy's turn now. Make a wisdom check for Poppy. Instinct versus obedience. Mm-hmm. But does she want to protect you, or does she want to get down to you, is the question. A 19? Okay. You hear her pattering around the back of the ship, like right above you, just kind of slowly. And then, boom, boom, boom. She just comes down the stairs. That's all she does. She can't do anything else. She doesn't know where it is. You said come to her. You didn't say what to attack.
That's fair.
She has no idea where it is. She's here with you now. She looks very agitated. Lala, it's your turn.
Lala will pop out from her hiding space with her short bow and shoot at it.
So, because you were hiding, that would give you advantage. It's invisible, which is disadvantage.
Oh, no, Lala can see it. Check her weapons.
Blind sight. The dagger of blind sight. You have advantage on that roll.
Okay.
And
I'll
if
just
you
roll.
are a rogue, you also have sneak attack.
I do. Maybe
23 hits, obviously. But we'll see
Obvious.
if you get a natural 20.
Nah, that was worse.
No. Yeah. Okay. 23 hits.
So I'll add my sneak attack as well to this. Damage. She's saying my character name.
And then sneak attack damage. Because you're pure rogue, so you'll do more than Kraka does.
She is. Why? I'm trying to find it and I can't remember. Do you know what it is? Uh, 3d6. That's it. Wow, 2 6s. 16.
I am corrected. You cannot see invisible creatures with blind sight.
Really? When I
Blind
searched
sight means that you can see without eyes. I do not think blind sight allows you to see invisible creatures.
Well, when I specifically Googled it, it said so, but I mean, it's your rule.
Two creatures
so.
with echolocation or height.
Yeah, I Googled, can blind sight see invisibility?
That's an interesting...
I know, it's your call, so. But that's, when I Googled it, that's what it said, so that's why I just went with it.
Can perceive surroundings without relying on sight.
I mean, I'm not, like, I guess the way I interpret it is I can't really, like, see it, but I know...
I would say, because it specifically says you have a heightened sense, so it's like you're using your sixth sense. I would call that a sense above detect magic, and grant you the way that we have been rolling.
Cool.
That's 1 D&D, not 5e.
What my search came up with?
Well, Courtney searched too. It was 1 D&D, not 5e. However, they're very similar in rules, and I would call it as that because of the way that it is phrased. I would put it, detect magic's probably just below the point at which you would be able to purely sense it. You're using pure senses, detect magic is using magic.
Mm-hmm.
So blind sight would be between detect magic and see invisibility.
Sounds good.
Based on what I'm thinking. So
Yeah.
rolls stay the same. You hit, you did your 9 damage, and then 16 sneak attack damage. Well, you shoot your little short bow, relying on. We'll call it we'll call it something similar to what Toph does, because you are an Earth Genasi.
I like that.
Not the same, because there is tremor sense, which is technically exactly what Toph does, but something similar, and you get it right between the eyes. Joachim and Yenor, you see this grotesque bleeding thing with an arrow through its head just appear, splattered on the ground. For now,
I give a thumbs up. Oh, yep.
Combat is paused. But there is still... Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, since the last thing that was said was Joaquin telling all of us where it was and whatnot, Lala's just gonna look at him when it splats on the floor and be like, I knew where it was.
Joaquin, with
Intruders are
detect
like,
magic, because detect magic does last for a little bit, so it's still up.
Yep.
You sense the other one is somewhere in the vicinity of your quarters.
Yep. And I immediately notice that, and I get an annoyed look on my face. So I'm just looking to go upstairs right now.
Well, we're in fluid initiative now because.
Okay. Then I push past the hippogriff.
Okay. Where are you going?
Watch out, big one. So I'm gonna run.
For that matter, where's everyone going? Because you see Joaquin run upstairs.
I'm following.
Right here. And I wanna. What am I detecting?
It's because it technically hasn't moved yet. It's like between 10 and 15 feet in front of your door. On the other side.
Inside my room.
Yes.
I still have my shadow weapon out, so I'm gonna run in there.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna say that's gonna be. Well, go ahead, because that would have still just been all movement.
Yep. And I will. I guess I'll ready an attack. In case anything tries to attack me.
So you're gonna hold an attack, waiting to be attacked.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I can't see it. Like,
Correct.
I know where it is.
Correct. But you can't see
I
it.
have a general, but I can't see it. So if I
Correct.
swing at it, it's going to be at disadvantage. So I'm going to hold
Okay.
to see if it attacks me.
Yenor, you were following him. How closely? Poppy starts getting super excited. Let's see. Let's go to Deedle, since you didn't really get a turn last round. So Deedle, what are you going to do, seeing them all run upstairs?
I'm gonna follow.
Kraka?
I'm going to pull out. Where is it? Yeah, potion of healing and drink it.
Okay. Action or bonus action?
Bonus action.
Go ahead and roll.
2d4.
2d4 plus 4.
So 5. So 9.
Yes. You heal 9 HP. And then you have action and movement still.
And I just seen everybody run upstairs, so I'm gonna go and run upstairs. And so that was what, about 20 feet maybe?
I'd say 25.
Okay.
Unless you stay in the stairwell, then it's 20.
Well, I don't really know exactly what's going on. Everybody's in the way. I see everybody just standing there, so I'm just gonna stand back here and like brace for anything.
Okay. Lala.
So I'm gonna ready attack basically.
So you're holding just an attack with your light hammer?
With my
Or
whip.
With your whip. Okay.
Yeah.
Lala. Everyone runs upstairs. What are you doing?
I guess I will go up too, but I'm being stealthy and kind of hiding the whole way.
So I say if you're going up and you're going to be stealthy,
There goes your shoe.
I know. How old is your daughter?
You can probably actually hide behind Poppy as long as she doesn't move.
Sounds good.
You have enough movement to get there. You don't have enough movement to get behind any of the stuff on the upper deck as it's less cluttered.
That's okay. Poppy is good cover.
The thing is going to have its turn, and I have to determine what the thing is going to do. Because the thing is now trapped. The thing's going to lash out. Joaquin, detect magic is 10 minutes?
I believe so.
Okay. The magical presence in the room moves to your left,
Good.
and it attacks you with advantage.
Yep. Well, actually, no, it's a straight roll because my cloak negates the advantage.
That is true. So I'll just take the first one, which is a 15, making that a 22. Because that would have been the first d20.
I am going to shield.
You're going to use shield as a reaction?
Yep.
All right.
Yep. So that will boost me to 23, I believe.
Yes. It'll boost you up to 23, so that attack actually misses.
And then I would, that would trigger my held action, right?
Yes, so you can go ahead and make your strike.
But this would be a disadvantage, correct?
No, he's not invisible anymore. Invisibility broke.
Oh, okay.
You guys are lucky. These aren't the ones that can stay invisible while they attack. I can't throw those one at you. That would be a TPK.
That's a 22.
That hits.
Can I actually... Shit, I already did the attack. No, never mind.
You only held an attack with your sword.
That's right. And that was a bad roll, but good thing
It's
that
10.
used my reaction, correct? Does the held action use a reaction?
You know,
Because if that's the case, then you can negate that because I already shielded.
yes, a held action does use your reaction. Because we
Okay,
don't have
then never
we don't
mind.
have homebrew rules for that because that'd be too much.
Then I did not attack.
So you did not attack. So we do not do
Nope.
damage. But you did shield and increase your AC until the start of your next turn.
Correct.
So there's that. It is going to make its second strike against you. With disadvantage because it technically didn't hit you the first time. That is a 15. I'm going to use my inspiration to make it scary. That's not scary. That's an 11. That's less scary. That's less than 15.
It just thrums off of like the shield.
Yeah, it's now like the beast trying to get in, just scratching at the glass. However, it still has its bonus action. Boop. It moved
Where do I sense it? Yeah, where am I
15
sensing
feet to
it
get
right
there. I have to figure out how much movement it has left. On your bed.
now? You little shit! And everybody hears him yell that.
It is Kraka's turn. Because we're back in initiative order.
Is this like a... He's like blocking the doorway, isn't he?
You
Just
can
to be-
technically move through a friendly creature's space. Like, you can kind
Okay.
of squeeze and shimmy through, technically. You just
What
can't
if I-
stand in the same space.
I'm gonna say, but if I want to throw something through, he's in the way. Okay.
Excuse me, Sandbox.
If you shifted, like, in direct line, you could throw something through the door if you wanted to. Depending on what you're trying to accomplish.
Stand in the doorway, prepare to have shit whiz by your head, sir.
Kraka.
All right. Seeing that I'm a small creature, would I be able to? I know I can pass through their spaces, but would I be able to like come out beneath Joaquim's legs?
Like, stand underneath Joaquim's legs?
No, like since he's standing in the doorway, I passed through the doorway, but like under his legs.
Yeah. You can run through under their legs.
So I'm just gonna like.
You'd have to
Sneak
go under
around.
Yonor's as well. And Deedles. Or Poppy's.
Well, then I'm just gonna zigzag my way between all their legs and get into the room here and see what he was yelling about.
Alright. Well, everyone, Kraka runs underneath all your legs. And gets into the room. You don't see anything.
I just kind of look at Joaquin to see what he was yelling about, and once again, brace for an attack if I see anything.
Okay. Are you using your whip
Hey,
again, or are you going to use a
Yeah.
hammer?
I'm gonna use the whip because
Okay.
I don't know where it is, and if it's out of range, I can still probably hit it.
Okay.
Can I point over to my bed?
I mean, you can... Kraka's not doing a lot, so he can kind of talk a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at Croc. It's like, okay, well, clever move, and then I'm gonna say, it's over there, on my bed.
And I just crack the whip on top of the area above his bed.
Okay. You make an attack, it'll be at disadvantage.
$11.
You're just high, and your whip doesn't make contact with anything.
Then I'm going to bonus action dodge.
Okay. Spend your key point. Oh no. That's rogue.
No, that's fair. Yep.
That's rogue. Alright, bonus action dodge. It is this thing's turn. The thing, technically, didn't hit you, Joaquin. And your shield is still up. It did not like scratching against the surface of that. You feel it right in front of you and in front of Kraka. It going to make an attack against Kraka. Advantage because it's invisible, disadvantage because it dodged, so it's a straight roll. Everyone gets an inspiration because that's a natural one. Bonus action. Joaquin, how big are the windows in your room?
Not very big at all. Maybe
Like portholes?
maybe 2 feet. Yes. Yes.
Hmm. Hmm. It's going to strike at you, Joaquin, using its second attack. I don't know if that's smart. That's a 26.
At disadvantage. Oh, well, it's still invisible.
It used its bonus action to go invisible again before its second attack.
I will. Do I have my reaction back?
You do not.
I don't.
No, it hasn't been your turn yet
Okay.
since you shielded
No,
last.
then that is gonna hit.
Yeah. You take 10 points of slashing damage
Yep.
and 5 points of force damage.
Is Joaquin within 5 feet of me?
Yes.
Can I do the fighting style interception?
Yes.
Alright. I do that.
Roll your. There should be a button for it. There might not be.
It's not, it's just 1d10 plus 3.
Go ahead, roll d10 and add 3.
So, minus 7 points.
So, Joaquin, you take 7 points off damage, so you can add 7 back to your HP.
Thanks, Yen.
No problem.
However, Joaquin, you still
Yep.
took. What was that? 8 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
So you lose 80 gold.
Ooh. Did you already take it, or?
I'm checking to see. Yep, you have the gold for it to take, so you lose 80 gold.
I do. Do I feel that it took the gold?
You do.
You son of a...
You see it as well in its hand. And then...
It's no longer invisible?
No, it's not invisible. When it attacks, it
Okay. Gotcha.
it eats a very small... it doesn't have to, actually. And that's a 1, so it actually technically doesn't eat any gold. You see it goes to eat the gold, but then it's kind of distracted by its surroundings. It can't do anything else. Joaquin, it's your turn. You now have your reaction back. Joaquin.
Sorry. So...
Your AC goes back down to normal, however.
Yep. So I can see it now. So
Yes.
let... Oh, why am I... Why is it not... Oh, because I should be fine moving. Oh, why am I moving everybody? That's weird.
What are you trying to do?
Oh, no, just trying to flank with Kraka.
Okay.
And then, again, we'll do the same thing.
With your greatsword?
Yeah, but I'm going to cast a spell. So we'll do Booming Blade.
Okay.
So then I have to make the sword slash as an attack.
Yes.
And that should hit.
That does hit.
So here's the slash. And then if it moves, I do the damage.
Yes.
And then bonus action. I'm not going to do anything else to it. So I will end my turn.
Okay. Yenor.
I'm gonna run up and smack. Ah. $21 hit.
A 21 does hit.
We have 10 slashing, 5 radiant, and then a level 1 smite, which is 2d8. Yeah. And then another 12 radiant.
It's bleeding a little bit.
I'm gonna hit it again. 22 to hit.
That hits.
11 slashing, 6 radiant, and another level 1 spell slot. And then I'm done with spell slots. 9 radiant.
It's definitely hurt.
I'm gonna scooch this way so that I'm not in front of the door. And then that's it.
It's Poppy's turn. Poppy can't fit through the door. Poppy's gonna try to fit through the door. Poppy's stuck in the doorway.
Could she break the wood? Is she strong enough to break wood?
If she attacks it, she could. Just pushing through it, it'd probably just crack and bend a little bit. She's currently just trying to get in the room, but she's just stuck here. Lala, it is your turn.
Alright, so are there any windows on this side of the wall, or are they all on the outside of the boat?
There are not on this side of the wall. However, Poppy is large enough that, and you are small enough that you could, like, scooch under her or around her.
Ugh. Is there an opening between her feet where I could just kind of, like, sit under her and stay there?
Yeah.
Alright. Then Lala will do that. She's gonna sit under Poppy.
Like right at the door?
More towards her back feet, because she's got the finesse. She feels secure. She can, like, just sling it between her front feet and not hurt Poppy.
Okay. So, like, right there.
Yep.
What are we slinging?
Psychic blade.
Go ahead and roll.
Not great.
I don't know what it is. There it is.
15.
15 hits.
Oh, cool.
Just barely, but it hits.
Yeah. And question, again, I'm new to a rogue, so I was hiding behind Poppy before this movement. Does it still count? I can use my sneak attack, or
Yes.
no? Because I'm first.
Nope, you
Okay.
were hidden. So you technically have advantage, so you could roll a second attack to see if you get a natural 20.
All right, we'll do it.
Because
just
that is
for the
right,
heck-
you were hiding behind Poppy, and Poppy didn't really move to break your hiding. She, if anything, she made it better.
Wait a minute.
That is a natural 20.
It is, but the rolls are coming up different from D&D Beyond to VTT. I just really, because it came up as just a 2 on D&D Beyond. I'm highly confused.
I get rolled it twice.
No question.
Here's the first one that she rolled. And she's showing it. Not the natural.
I mean, I could just pick one and go with it and stay with that, but that was really strange.
It's rolling it twice. That's weird.
Is
I'll
it
give you the
supposed to be
natural
a
20.
D20 for the...
All
Oh,
right.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, so roll damage once and then add max damage
Okay.
without the
So,
modifier. I don't know if Psychic Blades has a modifier on it.
2, it does. It's
plus 4. So 6
And-
plus 6. 12 points. And then sneak attack, which also gets the same treatment. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Roll.
So this will be plus 18.
13.
31. That is 43 points of damage total.
I'm not done yet.
It's bleeding a lot. It's hurt. You hit it in the wings.
So with Psychic Blade, I can use my bonus attack to Psychic Blade attack again. So she's
Yes.
gonna throw it again.
This one's just straight. Yeah, why is it rolling twice?
Oh, it is. That's
Yeah.
really strange. I see it now.
It doesn't matter. They both it
They both
misses.
hit.
Yeah.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay. You guys watch as Lala kind of crouch slides in between Poppy's legs, and then just releases 2 blades of psychic energy from beneath, and they kind of fling and go into this thing's wings, and it screeches this ear-piercing, blood-curdling screech as blood's starting to spew out of where its wings meet its back. Deedle, it is your turn. Deedle. Oh, there we go.
Yes.
It is your turn.
Didn't want to unmute for me. Gonna try to take another shot at him.
A 27 will
27?
hit.
Yay! Oh, that was garbage.
8 points of damage. The arrow kind of sinks between the shoulder blades, different from where Lala's knives hit and then disappeared. Are you gonna move or do anything else?
Will it take a whole action, or would it be a bonus action and change over to my daggers?
You can change over to your daggers. I'll allow it, but you can't make another attack.
Yeah, not until
Yeah.
next time. Okay.
Yep, but
Yeah,
I'll
that's
let you
what I wanted
change.
to
I'll
do.
let you swap out to your daggers.
Alright, yeah. And then I'm done.
Kraka, we're back at the top of the round to you. This thing's bleeding, but it's still alive.
I'm just gonna. Well, I still have the whip out, so it doesn't. The whip doesn't matter when it's right on top of me, right? I don't get
Let me
disadvantage.
check, because a whip just has reach, right? Yeah.
Right.
It's still technically a melee weapon, so no. It's a normal weapon when you're attacking.
I'm gonna whip it.
Go ahead.
19.
A 19 hits. As you lash it with this very high quality whip that you got your hands on during a pirate raid. No one else wanted it. Just the whip, the crack, it wraps around this thing's neck and then wraps around again and hits the back right where there's an arrow, and the thing screeches and goes down. Blood spewing everywhere in Joaquin's room. The sounds of the ocean fade back in. I can find the thing. Jesus. Not that one. This one. This one. Combat ends as you have taken these 2 things down.
I look at Croc and I give him a thumbs up. Nicely done. Although a bit messy.
Ooh. Well, thank you. This thing comes in handy for getting things off of high shelves. So I've learned how to use it a little bit.
The blood begins evaporating, and the body begins magically disintegrating. In its wake,
Well-
a pile of gold is left.
I immediately take back my 30 gold. My 80 gold.
There are 210 gold pieces from this one that you are staring at right in front of you.
Can I throw a dagger at his hand?
Yes.
At
Awesome.
my hand?
Yep.
Okay, no, that hurts.
Damn.
I'm gonna shield.
It's,
Oh,
it's,
actually, no,
it's a
that's gonna miss.
16. It misses.
Yeah, that misses.
It's
I look at her.
It does land in the gold pile close enough to your fingers, though.
Giving me daggers now? Tiny tots?
It's mine.
And
I killed more of them.
I immediately take my 80 gold.
I immediately use Step of the Wind and dart all past them downstairs to the corpse to see if my gold has appeared to the one that stole mine.
Wow, those were. Oh no, those were almost identical. There's 281 gold pieces down where that one's body has already evaporated. So Joaquim, if you took 80 gold, then there is 130 gold in that gold pile upstairs.
Yep. And I look back at Lala and I say, "Go on, take your fill, little greedy one."
You said 212 for the bottom?
281.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. It was way off.
Are you taking all of it?
Nobody else is around, so nobody knows how much is exactly there, so yes.
Correct. No one even knows if there's gold down here, so. You got there super fast. Okay. What are we doing with the 130 gold that's left upstairs?
Lala will definitely try to snatch it.
Okay. No one's stopping you, so you get 130 gold. Joaquim, roll a stealth check for me. Just for funsies. A 21. Is there anything else that any of you are doing?
Again, I just wanted my money back, so I got that. Again,
Breakfast was interrupted.
Let the child have her. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I mean, I would have hoped to have finished my omelet at some point. Otherwise, I'd grab a new one.
Okay.
I'm just going to assess
Same.
the lower deck and
sorry.
make sure there's no damage.
No, there's no damage other than some scattered food bits on the floor now because everyone kind of went into combat mode and dropped their plates and food everywhere.
I'm gonna start cleaning up.
And there is still food left. This wasn't all the food. This was just like the first plate. Might just be like a warm room temperature instead of fresh off the griddle.
I can go find me my breakfast.
It's easy enough to do as you go back downstairs.
I will also go find breakfast.
Lala, as you're still sitting underneath Poppy, you feel her wing beat pick up, and she kind of just launches back into the ocean.
She'll keep 30 pieces in her pocket and hide the rest of her gold and then go down to breakfast.
Okay. Everyone gonna hear. Joaquim, what are you doing? Captain of the ship doing anything important?
So I mean, how disheveled is the state of things right now?
Your room's not damaged. Nothing was really moved or
Okay.
anything. And the fact that after a couple minutes the blood evaporated and the body disappeared, there's really no mess.
Okay, good.
The only thing that I'd say is a little messed up is because it stood on your bed. Like the sheets are a little ruffled.
Okay. Gonna grimace at that, but not worry about it at the moment. Gonna finish eating his omelet, and then he's gonna head back upstairs. And as he heads back upstairs, he'll cast detect magic again just to see if anything is amiss.
You scan the whole ship, and there's no other weird creatures or magical things popping up on your radar.
All right. Content with that, he would then man the wheel and get back to piloting towards. Well, again, he'd use the navigator's tools to try and continue to plot our course,
Okay.
and then try and get into the nearest port.
Before you do that, I'm gonna need you to roll a d20 and call even or odd.
So I'm gonna go even, and I'm gonna roll my d20, and that's an
Well, that's odd. As you get back up and you're adjusting your course, as your course didn't really shift too much, but you know, the tides always shift you a little bit and the winds always shift you a little bit. You look forward. Everyone else is still eating breakfast downstairs. Poppy's happily fishing. You see like this weird patch of fog. Not like what was around the island that mysteriously vanished. Smaller. And you see some broken masts and a cracked hull kind of through the breaks in the fog. It looks like it's almost like a ship coming towards you in the distance.
I warn everybody, up ahead, and I point, and again, I cautiously maneuver so that we be pulling alongside it rather than going straight ahead, going straight into it. But again, I'm being very cautious, and then once it gets within my range, I would cast detect magic again.
Well, it's far off. It's miles. You can just kind of make it out as you're looking out. It's
Okay.
not right on top of you. It's like miles out there. But everyone downstairs, while you're eating here, keep an eye out up ahead from your captain. Anyone doing anything in particular?
I'll walk upstairs with my food.
Once Lala gets down there, she'll very, very like low key slide the 30 gold pieces she set aside over to Deedle.
Thank you.
Now we're both doing jobs on this ship. We may as well get some sort of salary.
Indeed. After I eat, I'm gonna head up.
Okay. Kraka and Lala, are you staying down there? Are you heading up? What are we doing?
I'm just gonna tidy up, clean up all the dishes and or whatever we were using to eat off of, and then I'm gonna head up after that.
She'll make her food into a little sandwich and head up, but kind of stay by the stairs just to see what's going on.
You guys look out in front, and there's this undulating, moving mass of fog that you can kind of see through at parts, and other parts you can't. In the fog, you see like broken masts and a cracked hull, and you can't really make out much else. But it's definitely coming towards you. Not fast. It's moving rather slow, actually.
Never seen a ship with its own fog cloud.
Hey, didn't one of us have a spyglass?
I've got it. I think the captain finally got around to finding his as well.
Think you can check to see if anybody's on it?
Still look.
Make a perception check using your spyglass.
Is this gonna be just like that island where we think we see something but we don't?
We definitely saw that.
Whoa.
23. Using your spyglass, even though you're not up in the crow's nest, you do make out you're able to see more details in the fog. This is a massive ship, 3-mast ship. 2 of the masts are broken. The one mast that is up, the sail's in tatters. You can see the hull has various cracks in places, including, a crack running deep under the water. This thing should not be floating. The fog is undulating and moving, and you can make out some movement, slow, shambling movement on the deck.
I'll relay this as I'm seeing it. Looks like a ghost ship if I ever heard of one.
Joaquin.
Hey, Captain,
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say if I heard her say "ghost ship," my eyes would widen, and then I would focus more on that ship. I'd pull out my own spyglass to take a look, but I would also start to give it a wider berth, so I would start to maneuver the ship further away from from the other incoming ship.
Well, you have some choices to make. Oh, Captain, my Captain. You were aiming for getting to Arbor. Got thrown off course. You were probably going to have to make a pit stop in Mostorm, within the Arlegian tribes before making your way to either Arbor or Zatha. However, you are currently between the main continent of Archaea and the Arlegian Islands, the islands that the Arlegians own. There's a strait that runs through this. It's not really a strait, but it's a portion where the ocean kind of passes through. The tides pass through this way. You know that there were reports of pirate raiding parties along the coasts of this area. And this ship is coming from the direction that you need to be adjusted to sail to get to your end destination. However, there are 2 other cities that you could adjust your course to that would also take you out of the ship's path. They're just further back from where you need to be. You can go to the Arlegian city of Firde and deal with the Firde chief. Or you can go to the island city, Kanza, and deal with the Kanza chief. Or whoever's currently in the city to deal with on a political basis.
Do any of us know anything about the 2 chiefs?
Joachim and Yenor would have recollection from a history book. Neither of you had any reason to travel this far north from Zatha. So other than knowing like the general structure of the Arlegian tribes and what each tribe is focused on, what each tribe's strengths are, you don't really know much else, unfortunately. You would know some things, but you'd know some things about the pirate raids, not about the tribes or the chiefs. So all of you would know that the pirates are raiding these areas because they're the closest to the Maelstrom Isles, and it's easy to raid coastlines. You also know that Arlegia has the strongest navy, and generally doesn't enjoy being crossed without the proper paperwork.
Which we don't have.
You never asked if you had the proper paperwork or not.
I mean, I'm assuming based on the situation, Yen didn't provide me with anything. Do we have the proper paperwork? Yen? Do you have anything?
You really don't look at the paperwork I put in your room, do you?
I mean, there are a lot of things in there. Papers are the least of my concerns. And he gives you like a sly smirk.
Next time I'll have to put a pair of panties on top, huh?
Yeah? Or a cod piece.
Or what?
You know, a cod piece?
Am I getting the feeling that Joaquin is a queer king here?
I'm so confused. What's a cod piece?
You ever
Cod
see...
piece is like a...
You go ahead. You tell.
It's basically it's like armor that you wear over your genitalia.
Oh God.
Yeah.
A chest plate for
But
your
yes.
dick.
Basically. But yes, to answer the question, Joaquin is very bi.
So, according to Yenor, you do have the paperwork, but Joaquim, you yourself do not know if you have paperwork or not. You just know she always leaves things in there when I'm hired.
So I'm gonna look at her. I'm gonna give her like a little bit of a slightly annoyed look, and I'm gonna say, "Well, can you go and get it then, so we can actually take a look at it? Because otherwise, I'm not going near this damn ghost ship." And I point at it.
I'll go and get it, and I'm gonna mumble about lazy ass ship captains who can't do shit.
Do I hear her say that, or is it too
No,
low
she's mumbling, so you don't hear her because you're piloting the ship right now. However, Lala, she walks right past you. You hear her mumble this as she's walking in the room. Yenor, the briefcase isn't where you left it.
I look for it, I guess. It makes sense. He's been sleeping in here. Where the hell did he put it?
Make an investigation check.
$23.
It doesn't take you very long to find it, but it disgusts you because you know Joaquim too well. You find it in his toy chest.
DM, is there a stick or something long in this room?
There's something long, but it's not a stick.
Is it stick-shaped?
Replace the S as, yeah, replace the S with a D.
He doesn't even have like a whip or something in here?
You asked something stick-shaped.
A whip is stick-shaped.
I mean, so again, there is a phallic-shaped whip in there as well.
There's not a normal whip?
Nope, phallic-shaped.
DM, can I find one of his shirts?
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Alright, I'm gonna take the cleanest shirt that I can find and I'm gonna like carefully thread it through the handles on the briefcase and then pick it up via the shirt and hold it out in front of me as far away as I possibly can.
It's a unicorn shirt. That's the cleanest shirt he has in there.
And it's not even your shirt, Joaquim. It's one that was left there.
Yep.
That's why it's clean.
Yeah.
Precisely. See, now you guys are getting it.
You guys, so Joaquim, you don't see this because you wouldn't see it until she's about halfway across the deck. But Deedle and Lala, you see Yenor with the disappointed, disgusted, confused look on her face because she spent some time in there looking for a stick and she just found a lot of phallic-shaped objects. She has this rolled up rainbow unicorn shirt threaded through the briefcase handles, and she's holding it at an arm's length in front of her as she walks out of his room.
I don't know if I dare ask.
You don't need to. It's exactly what you're thinking.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Caca.
I'm gonna walk it up to where Joaquim is and I'm gonna throw it at his feet. I'm gonna look him in the eyes and point at him. You are a filthy, filthy man.
Joaquin strikes a Superman pose with like a devilish smirk and says, and he looks at the shirt and gets like a fond memory and he looks back at
roll history check.
Oh, okay. He said, we'll see what you remember. Oh, that's not bad.
A 16?
Mm-hmm.
You hope she wasn't 16.
Oh no. Oh, that's not fair.
You felt the animal.
As soon as
No,
he
you
says
don't.
that,
You
it's like
you
a
have no
happy-
idea where the shirt came from. You vet everyone that you allow into your room. It was just a funny joke. It was teed up perfectly.
I was about to.
But you vet everyone, even though you have had a lot of fun and a lot of partners. You definitely make sure that everything is legal and everyone is legal
Yes.
and that there are no
Yeah.
criminal activities happening. So
Hey, every race
Is it
has a
important?
different age limit at adulthood, so
yes, we're talking from the equivalent of 16 though. You do vaguely remember like body parts, but not like a face
Yep.
or a name.
And squishy sounds.
You know it was a she. You don't. It's definitely that's confirmed.
I'm sure it was a female.
Yes, that owned this particular
Okay.
rainbow unicorn shirt.
But that's it.
Yes, it was
Does
a
that
pretty.
mean-
It was a pretty high DC to remember because of how you've built Wakeem.
Fair enough. Again, slight smirk, looks at Yenor, gets an even bigger devilish smirk, says, "Yep, filthy animal, but captain nonetheless." And I hand it over. Well, actually, no, and then I pick up the paperwork and I read it.
The paperwork, thanks to Yenor and Kaida and Yenor's father, has been completed flawlessly. You have the proper permits, you have the proper licenses, the official mission documentation from the Onyx Accord, which is allied from a trade sense with the Arlegian tribes. And this is a trade ship, not a military vessel that you are sailing on. Therefore, you are not breaking any laws. If questioned or stopped, you wouldn't really be in any trouble. Maybe just a curious look, as depending on who you run into, they may recognize some of your compatriots, which is something that hits you and Yenor as you are reviewing the paperwork. That it's only been a few days and you are with pirates. There's a high probability that you either run into a ship that recognizes you all because they're currently raiding the coasts, or that you run into someone who recognizes them.
Yenor and I both realize this.
Yeah, it's just something that kind of hits the back of your mind because you're both cautious with dangerous situations. Like, you might be happy-go-lucky and freedom-loving and everything, but you're also you don't want to rush into super dangerous situations and be surrounded in a blockaded port or something.
Can I have a quick conversation with Yenor then?
Sure.
So he would he'd look at the T-shirt, give one last quick smirk, and then kind of put it over his shoulder, and then put on a slightly more serious face, look at Yenor and say, "All right, cards on the table. Paperwork's good, and I got to say, this is probably due to your dad and Kaida, because I don't know if paperwork's necessarily your thing. But
A little rude.
well, in the past, do I know, as far as if paperwork, if clerical detail was something that Yenor does? Because I also know that Yenor likes to drink.
Yeah, but you also know that Yenor went through college and everything, so she's pretty good with writing papers and everything.
Okay, fair enough. So then he would again thank her for the paperwork and say, "You've also got my ship full of pirates, and you already know how I feel about them. There's a good chance, and you know this too, that they could get spotted out.
We'll shove him
What have you
below
got
deck
me
and
into?
hide. It's for the.
Oh, sorry. You guys didn't seem to move anywhere, so can Deedle and I still hear their conversation?
A refresher thing.
This was thrown over my gate.
You shouldn't be able to hear them because they're both up by the steering wheel.
Over my gate.
Yeah, but this isn't that big of a ship, is it?
Well, you have the wind and the water. And you both are talking quietly.
Okay.
Listen, I need the pirates. They're gonna help me with something. We'll just make sure they hide. If we see another ship, we'll send them below deck.
There's also a high probability that they're all just unnamed pirates and no one recognizes them at all.
What have you got cooking in? You really cloak and dagger.
Would he know about the attack? Okay. So
Joaquin's family and your family are close due to your lines of work.
Mm-hmm.
And your mom has the most popular bakery in Zatha.
Yes.
So your families are friends. So yes, Joaquin knows about your attack.
Okay. Listen, we think that pirates were behind the thugs that attacked me a couple years ago. And so they might know something. So I need them.
He points down to the group. They know.
They might. Haven't exactly had a chance to ask much.
Now's as good a time as any.
Let's wait until they're not at risk of being captured and killed again.
Well, they're not at risk now. We're just moving away from this, whatever the hell kind of ship is. And I'm guessing we're close. We're getting closer, but at the same time, I'm maneuvering away towards, I guess, the Arlegian route.
The question is, are you?
Hello?
Both of you make a history check. You and Ynor.
Okay.
Gotta need to determine what information to give you to help you. Or not help you if you roll badly. That's a dirty 20 from Ynor.
Oh, well.
Yeah, dirty 20.
And that's a natural
That's
20
a nat 20 from Joaquin, so you all get an inspiration if you have a slot open for it.
Yeah, I'm maxed out.
Between the two of you, you easily remember the various. There are always reports coming across. Joaquin, you would get reports from your father and various other sailing companies. There are just a board of warnings and activities that people are tracking. You would also get the insight from Ynor and Kaida as they received information. And Ynor, you would remember this information as well. The coasts, the southern coast of Arlegia and the islands of Arlegia were pretty dangerous. They were under constant raid watches from the pirates. However, Fearday is central Arlegia, and therefore the pirates don't go that far up as the navy is more clustered up here. Arlegia doesn't show its true force against what they consider rabble. So while Fearday is a little further away from where you need to be and on the mainland versus on the island, there's less of a risk of running into pirates. It'll throw you a little bit off course and add another half-day travel to get you to where you need to go when you sail off again. Like, it's not going to take a half day to get there. You're pretty close. Take you the rest of the day today to get there. But then you'd probably be traveling an additional day or two to get down to you could get down to Zatha, you could go down to Arbor if you wanted to wrap around and touch in Arbor and check in there before heading over to Zatha. There's a couple different ways that you can sail to get over through Zatha. You just have to check in at certain checkpoints for security purposes.
And you said it would add about a day or two's extra travel?
Yeah, it'd be if you went over to Fear Day, it'd probably be a day or two's extra travel sailing around, depending on whether if any activity in this area increases, if there are any blockades that happen, and depending on the status of Fear Day. If there's anything happening in Fear Day or in the Fear Day tribe, if anything's happening in our Legia as a whole that is causing turmoil, strife, that would hold up your check-in at Fear Day and resupply.
And we have enough provisions to survive, to deal with that, I'm guessing. Yes?
You do have enough provisions. It's just, if you're stopping somewhere, there's a little bit of a paperwork process that you have to go through with the dock. And the government, if there is anything outstanding or anything that they need to check in with. And that process can add a couple days if there's other things that the government is currently dealing with.
Gotcha. Okay.
But between yours and Ynor's knowledge, you would know that Fear Day is probably the safest place to rest after traveling for 4 days now from a very chaotic and tense situation.
If I look at Ynor, can Fear Day?
Fuck it, yeah.
If anything, we can take the time to get your, and I do like air quotes, friends up here so we can get some more information out of them.
That works for me.
He gives a nom, then goes back to piloting.
The big question is, are you sharing any of this information with those that are on the main deck kind of just chilling?
I'm going to look at Ynor and say, you brought them on this ship. I'm going to trust you to tell or don't tell. I'll support you in this.
What'd you say?
I'm sorry?
What was the last part of what you said?
Oh, just that I'll support you in that decision.
Okie doke. I'm gonna go down to where Lala and Detal are. And I'm gonna fold my arms and I'm gonna look at them and I'm gonna ask, is there a chance that if a cop sees you, we're all gonna go to jail? Or like, were you guys more low key than that?
0% chance.
Are you saying that because you're 18 and cocky, or are you saying that because you made sure to never get caught?
I'm saying that because no one would ever recognize me.
Perfect. And you? And I'm going to gesture at Deedle.
No one need recognize her either.
And you know that for a fact? The mercenary you met a little bit ago?
Lala pulls out her disguise kit and starts laying out some of the makeup and wigs and stuff that she has.
I'm going to look at it. And I'm going to look at her and say, I'm not going to ask questions anymore.
No,
Violet Wrigglesby at your service, ma'am.
Oh, a good day.
Here's my sister.
no.
She ain't never been these parts. Hardly been on a ship at all.
Nope. My name is Lady Veronica.
And Turtle?
Violet and Veronica, our mother thought it was quite a hoot. Had a laugh about it at the hospital. We were both born in the same place, you know.
Amazing.
You gotta go up and ask him yourself. You do remember that Ynor and Deedle were on the same ship.
That who?
Lala and Deedle were on the same ship, under the same
Okay.
pirate captain. Kraka was under someone different. But you also remember Kraka talking about never leaving the bottom of the ship.
Okay, so he's probably safe then.
You can go up and ask him.
Yeah, I'll go ask him
Kraka.
if he's wanted.
Ynor walks up to you and asks you the same question. If the police would recognize you.
Well, I don't think the police would. I don't think anybody would really know who I am. I was always below deck on the ship, and when we docked, I just went to the bar and drank.
Great.
So maybe a couple of locals with the bars, but I don't remember what towns I've been in. I've been in so many.
Okay. That works. And then I'll go let Joaquin know that we should be relatively safe with them. As long as we don't run into pirates.
Since I already have it out, can Deedle and I dress up and disguise ourselves just for fun? Again, since I already have it out.
Sure.
Whee!
You can play dress up for the rest of the day. Poppy comes over and sniffs at your disguise kit to figure out what you're doing.
Can I make her look like a giraffe?
Sure. Joaquin, Ynor comes up and relays the information that you're probably going to be safe. There's no chances of them being recognized by any local authorities that you're near. But you still got to be wary of other pirates or other criminals, I would say. In Deedle's case, if you ran in other mercenaries, it could become a little bit of a problem if they recognized her. But you've run into a lot of mercenaries yourself, so...
And it just happened to notice it's a giraffe on the ship now.
Yeah, the disguise kit turned someone into a giraffe. With all this information, and with this plan in place, and you're now moving away...
Wait. I'm sorry, there's a giraffe?
Yeah. Lala used her disguise kit and made a giraffe.
There's
Like
also
a
two
full-size
complete
giraffe.
strangers.
There's also what?
Two complete strangers. Two complete strangers and a giraffe are now on the ship.
A full-size giraffe?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I just look at Ynor and give her a deadpan look.
You do get the ship maneuvered towards Fear Day, which is now would be directly west of you. And you're moving away from the so-called ghost ship, as Lala pointed out. And as you move away from it, it slowly just kind of fades.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It doesn't really follow you. It's just kind of meandering, and then it just disappears. On that note, we are going to call it our session a little early. One of our players has another session tonight, and this was a makeup session for missing it earlier this week. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I believe that was a good note to leave off on. We hope you all enjoyed it. We hope everyone has a fun, safe, and relaxing weekend. And until Tuesday, have a good night.
Good night, everybody. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. That was